folks, how are you? Hopefully you're having a great day. I am having a good day. It is snowing here. So my paint party is going to be canceled. Or I shouldn't say canceled. It's going to be rescheduled. And so anyway, so anyway, it's going to be rescheduled and we'll worry about that later. All right, let me get over to my page. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, Cindy, how are you? Sorry, I'm all discombobulated because I wasn't sure I was going to have my live because I was going to be prepping for my paint party and then they are closing early. And so then I was like, well, I can still have my live. And that was like 2 minutes before 12. And so I'm all like, woo, 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 woo. just pure crazy at this point. So just want to make sure I can sprinkle the love here to a couple of groups that I'm part of. Just had to check for activity. There we go. All right. Hey, Dee, how are you? All right, let's get started here. Guys, this is 20 minutes of Paint With Me. It's based on the rule of 100 hours, which says if you do something for 18 minutes a day for 100 hours, you'll be 95% better than anyone in your field. I say if we do something for 20 minutes, because we do this Monday through Friday, that we'll become 95% better than when we started. So let's go ahead and I'm going to switch over and I'm going to turn my timer on. I ran downstairs to start my live and then realized I left all my paints that I wanted to use for my eggs upstairs. So I had to run upstairs. So that's why I'm a minute or two late and a little frazzled. Nothing like sitting down to paint and realize, wait a minute, you don't have any of your egg colors. So I'm going to use a little cad yellow. I'm going to use a little pink. This is called a fuchsia pop. It's one of my favorite pinks because it's so bright. And then I'm going to, not raw sienna, that's not the right color. I'm going to use a little bit of a sea breeze teal because I just like teal. And obviously we had the turquoise color in there, but I think, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pull in this color or if I'm going to go back and pull in this color as some of our details to our, we will see about that, okay? Out and about, may have to drop off. Okay. Well, you stay safe out there. I don't know where you are, but it is snowing here where I am. So we're going to put some eggs in here. And I'm just going to first draw some on real quick. Just because, you know, egg shape is kind of an odd shape. So I just kind of want to, in my mind's eye, kind of get the shape I want. Egg shape sounds easy until you actually go to draw them. And then you're like, you get these weird ovals that don't really look like eggs. And I want these to be kind of big. And I want them to be different, like some laying down. We're going to put some grass up and all that. You know, because they kind of have the one bigger end and then they have, you know, the smaller end. I feel sorry for the chicken that laid these eggs. Maybe an ostrich laid these eggs. Because they're kind of on the big side. And so again, we're going to put a few in his basket here. We're going to put some greenery in the basket too. You can decide if he's, you know, this is your story to tell. Is he finding the eggs or is he hiding the eggs? And so that's like a story that you get to tell. as you're doing your painting, y'all know, if you've painted with me long enough, you know that I like to tell the story. I like to make up the story that goes with my, and the teens here. Yeah. It's really cold here today too. It's like 19 degrees outside. The high is supposed to be like 21. I mean, like, yeah. It's ridiculously cold today here. And so, and I mean, it was like 40 something yesterday. So that tells you the difference here. We're just going to put a few in. But I want it to be full, okay? I don't want it to be like not full. And we're going to have some grasses in. And you can decide if he's hiding the eggs. Y'all tell me, do you think he's hiding the eggs? Or do you think he's finding the eggs? If he's finding the eggs, he's not, either he just started or his basket is already full with these big eggs and he can't fit any more in, because he certainly has a lot of eggs out here that are going to be all around him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 there, 5 there. I don't know. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Let's go with that and let's just see how we like this, okay? And we'll see if we want them to be any bigger or if we're good with that size that we got going on. Now, remember, I've talked to y'all about yellow being kind of a translucent color, so we'll see how we do with this yellow. This is cad yellow. And so we can, if we don't think it's going to get covered well enough, I'm not worried about it from a paint party perspective, because I will just have this already traced on and they won't paint underneath of it, right? So their yellow will be bright yellow. But if it's not working out and we're seeing a lot of green coming through, I'll just paint white and then paint the color over top. And I might just do that anyway for the rest of them. That way we don't have to worry about them. Plus we can just focus on their shape, make sure they've got the right shape, and we're happy with their eggs. Yeah. I saw a funny thing on I guess it was a TikTok this morning, or maybe it was a reel, I don't know. But it had the song Remember When, and it was like, remember when toilet paper and eggs were so cheap that we threw them at our neighbors' houses, or our neighbors we didn't like houses, or something like that. Anyway, I had to laugh. I laughed out loud. Not I did. I laughed out loud because I was like, yeah, I guess that's true, right? Used to toilet paper and egg people's houses that you didn't like. I never did that, but I've heard of people doing it. I've seen it done. But I never participated in any of that. I guess that makes me a boring kid. But I mean, I don't know. I'd have gotten in trouble had I done that. Like my mom and my dad would have got, like, I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what the police would do one way or the other. It didn't matter. I would have gotten in trouble with my mom and my dad. So legit was like not gonna do it. Um, but anyway. Y'all tell me, have you ever participated in that? Or am I the only one that never participated in that as a kid? You laughed at that one too? Yeah. I thought it was pretty hilarious. I was like, well, that's a good one right there. That's one to like. People can be so funny. Brenda, does your daughter-in-law still have her chickens? I saw a thing where there's like, it's like a co-op. There's a meme that says, I broke an egg today. The insurance adjusters come out tomorrow. That's pretty funny. You didn't? No, I didn't either. I never did. I've never seen no fun in like destroying somebody. I mean, not that eggs or toilet paper destroys anything. I guess an egg could break something, maybe, depending, but like it's just not something I ever saw. Like I guess it's like the but why? I guess I've always just sort of had that sort of like, okay, but why? Like, didn't see the fun in it. Other than just like, that's a mess that somebody would have to clean up. I don't think I've ever known anyone who's had their house done like that either, or their vehicle or anything like that. So, um, I've heard about it happening, like, to somebody in like a neighborhood, but I didn't like really know them. Okay. Oh, we got some pretty eggs going there. Yeah, they don't produce much in the winter. I saw this thing. That's what I was going to say. I started to say it's a co-op. And I was like, whoever came up with this idea is probably a pretty brilliant person. I don't see how I don't see the benefit. I know eggs are expensive, but at the same time, like, are they that expensive? And so, other than just like maybe the health benefits of it and stuff like that, I can see that now. I'm gonna paint this one white, and then because my other eggs, it's gonna look different. Anyway, it's a co-op thing. I guess I'm not sure if they're calling it a co-op, what the official thing is, but basically, and I think it's here in town. I'm sure it's offered other places. I'm sure this is not the first, like, they're not the first people that came up with this idea. Where you can basically rent chickens. And what they do is it's like so much a month. I think it's like $200 a month. And they provide, they come and they bring the chicken coop and so many chickens. I think it's like 4 or 6 chickens. And they provide the food monthly. And they put it on your property. And you obviously have to actually feed them and care for them, etc. I guess they teach you how to do that. And then you get their eggs. And so you get their eggs. And hold on, let me check something here. Hold on, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. My sister called me and she never calls me. Let me find out if something's wrong or whatever. She's at work today also, and she never calls me from work. Okay. She'll let me know. Anyway, so it's like a co-op thing. She's in the process of changing all her chickens to silkies. Is there a reason? I mean, are they like healthier or like less care or better producing eggers? Like, I don't know. All I know is I don't really want to have chickens. Um, so that's all I do now. um, Mainly because I just don't want to deal with the upkeep of them because it's a lot of work. So we'll have like a pink one and a teal one and maybe another yellow one here, maybe. And we'll decorate our eggs up. No, they're just too cute. Okay. The silkies are the one with all the hair on top of their heads, right? Is that the silkies? They do sell for more. Yeah. I thought so. Yeah, it's eggs are hold on, this is my niece calling me. Hold on a minute. Hey, I'm live. What's up? Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Um no, I don't think that's right. It's toward the end. Hold on. Hold on. Let me back up in the text messages and see. Um Hold on. Yeah, you're right. 103. That's right. All right. All right. All right. I will knock on the door, make sure he's there. I don't know. Oh no. Ow. Okay. Is he there? Okay. All right. All right. Just tell him to text me afterwards, okay? Tell him to text me afterwards. All right, bye. Sorry about that, guys. I thought something was wrong since my sister called me and then my niece called me, and it's like she has an appointment today and she to get her hair done, and she couldn't remember the number of the door she was supposed to go in. Anyway, the door that she was supposed to knock on. So she's like, "What does the number? I don't want to knock on the wrong one." Anyway, my hairstylist who works out of his home does it and does my hair and her hair, and she couldn't remember and I couldn't remember, so to tell her. And my sister was like, she just wanted to know if I was with her. So I was like, nope. Anyway, sorry about that. I do think the little chickens are cute. I like the little baby chickens. I think they're cute. I like to go to like Tractor Supply in the springtime when they have the little ducklings and the little chickens and like see them, but I don't want them. I don't want to have to deal with them. So anyway, that's my take on it. Like I don't really need to deal with it. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have like the different color eggs here, and then we'll use the same colors and we'll decorate them up like little duck. Yeah, they're so cute. Ducks are such happy little things. They're just always happy. Happy-go-lucky little ducks. Unlike geese. My mom talks about her grandfather had like all these geese and they had like ducks and chickens and geese and like all these different birds, and she talks about them and how like they just the ducks were so cute and happy, and yet the geese that they had were like kind of like it could go either way. Like they could be all right, and then again they could be like you know chasing you too. So anyway, well, that's my 20 minutes, but because my paint party is canceled, I'm just gonna finish this guy and hang out with y'all. Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot. They get like, I don't know what happens, but it's like y'all have heard my chicken story about my neighbor's rooster chasing, like every time you go outside, he'd chase you all around. And so and that worked for him as long as it was a free range chicken. It didn't work once, Dakota sent him home and he stayed home. He realized, don't come over here. You ain't welcome. And I don't know the conversation they had, but they came to an understanding. It was clear because that chicken was over here chasing me all the time until the day I went out with Dakota and I didn't realize the chicken was in the yard, and that chicken came after me, and Dakota was like, no, you're not. Yeah. Yeah, they get like that, and that thing would come after me, and it was just like, Dakota and him had a understanding, like came to a consensus that won't go happen. All right, we're gonna decorate up our eggs a little bit here. And then I do have to get off because I got to contact all these people to let them know that things have been changed yet again. This is the second Wednesday that it's been changed. And which irritates me. Now, if you do like eggs, don't do all the same colors the same way. Okay, so mix it up a little bit, and because that's how you would do it if you decorated them, right? You would mix them up. So just have fun with it and do different stuff on them. Don't do the same thing on all of them. And so, but I'm just a little bit. He's too cute. When I was little and we used to dye eggs and hide them in the yard, I'd have to hide my eggs over in my great aunt's house in her yard. We couldn't hide them in my yard because my dog Lassie, he would find the eggs before we found them. So like, we were hiding, like you go hide and or you close your eyes or whatever, and like mom and dad would hide the eggs. Well, Lassie would go around and eat all the eggs before we could find the eggs. And so we didn't get to hide eggs at our house because Lassie was like, no, you're not. You're not hiding them eggs here. So we would have to hide them over at my great aunt's house because he liked hard-boiled eggs. Of course, that was the back in the days when you actually boiled your eggs because they didn't have plastic eggs. I mean, we didn't have plastic eggs growing up. Now you got plastic eggs and it's all fun and good, but we didn't have plastic eggs. You had your we're gonna put in some tall grass and we're gonna be done with this guy. We're gonna put a little bit of grass in his basket. And then I think this guy's gonna be done unless you see anything that you're like, you need to add this or add that. Y'all see anything? Y'all let me know what you think would be cute. We're just gonna put a few little grasses in here. And then we're just gonna put some grasses just all around. Somebody's going off on my phone, but I don't think it's anything but just some notifications, maybe. Anybody got any weather today at your place where you are? Because we're having snow here today. Of course, I told you that my paint party got canceled because they're closing. I've got to reschedule that and let folks know. Then just work, always work. I'm just going to create like a little bit of some grass up on that, right? And even though this is the same green that we used down here at the bottom, because it's overlapping, it's going to show darker. I know, I can understand that. Snowed last night. It's supposed to snow again tonight. Yeah. It snowed here. Also, I'm over snow though, I tell you. Y'all, if you're doing this or you're putting your grasses around eggs or whatever, just let your thing dry, and then that way you're not like pulling the colors into your grass. Not that it really matters, but I pulled some yellow into the grass here. But I'm kind of loving my bunny. I think he's cute. I know, me too. It's supposed to be nice after this, and I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. So, guys, if y'all don't see anything, I think I'm going to take that as a... The only thing I am going to do is I'm going to add a little more in here so I don't see so much blue. And I think I used a little bit of this carousel pink with that. I'm just going to put a little of that with some white. I'm gonna make it a little lighter. Well, that was brilliant, Amanda. And I'm just going to come in and kind of just take up this space right here where it's so like the real blue is shining through. I don't want to see that on my painting. So I'm just gonna take up a little bit of that color with just a little more pink. And then I think he's done. Oh, his whiskers. Thank you. No, he didn't have whiskers, but he's gonna have whiskers. I guess in my back of my mind, like there was like this inkling like something wasn't done, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And you're right. He does not have whiskers, but he's gonna have whiskers right now. And so black whiskers are, and actually I need to do a little outlining on him too. He really doesn't need a whole lot of outlining, and I'm not gonna do much outlining, but they need a little bit. Just a little where there's might be like a little separation, right? So I want to be very, just kind of like, I don't want it to be noticeable per se. I just kind of want to like add a little dimension to him without adding like a lot of dimension to him. And so just a little separation. That's all it needs. It's just a little separation. Oh, my nose itches. Means somebody come and see me. Hi, smile. Let's see. I had the weirdest thing, guys. Since y'all are all here, y'all are all my friends. This company reached out to us. Some kind of, I forgot the name of it. Anyway, it's some kind of fiber thing. You know, I already have fiber. They want to bury some sort of a 10-foot thing in my yard. And they sent this big thing from this like lawyer office, etc. And showing like my plot of, like my yard, like, my land and where my house is and all of that, and saying they want to bury like a 10-foot space to bury this fiber optic, I guess fiber cable, right? Or something fiber. Anyway, I'm assuming it's fiber cable. The weird part is it's like 10 foot into my, like, so if this were my property line and like say this was the road, like the side that goes to the road, they want to come in and this is like goes beyond my property, like to the next property over here. They want to come in 10 foot on this side and stop. I'm like, for what? Like, why would you stop? Like, I don't understand their purpose. And get this. They're going to pay me all of $1 for that space. I'm like, $1? $1? You're going to pay me oh wow, you're going to pay me $1 to come on my property and dig a 10-foot trench that's so many feet deep. I'm going to give him like little light gray. I don't want to do white because they're going to get lost, but I don't want them to be dark because I don't want them to detract. So I'm just using some white and some black. I've never heard of this before. I'm like, and then obviously they came by last Saturday when we had gone out for dinner at like 4:30 in the afternoon. They left a thing on my door. That they had been by. And so Ted called them. God only knows what he said on the phone because he was not happy about them, like, we already have it. Why are you, I just want to know why. Like, I want to know, like, what's the purpose? Lord only knows what Ted said to him. Like, I'm almost scared to ask because he's not always the nicest. I mean, he's nice, but he not always depending on like what it is. He may not always say the nicest things. And so, I mean, he's not mean person. It's like it has to be like something significant, but in this case, people want to just come on their property to bury something for $1. I'm like, at least give me enough to buy a cup of coffee or to buy some eggs. I don't know. Y'all tell me, do y'all think that's weird? Or am I just like living in like this, like not the real world or something? Like, because I've heard of like companies reaching out and like my mom, to put like a cellular tower on her property in the country. Like, I've heard of that, but I've never heard of just like, okay, we want to access to your property. We're going to pay you $1 and we're going to, bury this cable or whatever it is 10 foot in, and they have it marked on there. And I'm a little worried about where it is because I'm like, it's like our road goes across our property. And I was thinking, well, maybe if it's on the other side of the road, like where we don't travel, but it's on like the house side of the road up, 10 foot. And where they have it is, it's kind of looks like to me, possibly near my weeping cherry tree. And y'all know how protective I am of that tree. Like, we didn't already had that discussion about that. And so I would not be like on board with them doing anything near that tree, regardless of what would be the good for, like what's the good of doing this, like the benefit. And right now, I don't know. I'm not seeing any. I know, like, bring me some eggs. Bring me something more than just $1. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, what I pay in taxes, a 10-foot space costs more than $1. Like, I don't have that big a property to begin with. I should figure that up. I should be like, okay, based on the square footage of our property, how much is a foot of space? And then cube it, well, I mean, I guess I can't cube it. That would be kind of weird, but just like, okay, linear space. What is 10-foot linear space, right? All right, so he now has whiskers. Can you see them? There we go. He's got his whiskers. I don't know. I think they're cute. They're a little weird, but I thought it was weird. I was like, I've never heard of it before. I mean, I guess it's better than them just coming and trying to bury something on my property without trying to pay for it. But at the same time, like, $1? You really think I'm gonna let you mess up? And well, part of the thing is, I mean, this is a big thing we have to sign, we have to notarize. They sent us all this stuff. Anyway, and part of it is like, I'm just gonna add a little white, so like a little light bouncing off of them. And it's like, I don't know. I just wondered if anybody else. I have yet to ask my neighbor. I want to ask my neighbor, the one that lives like on the side of the property where they want to do this, if they've reached out to him and if he has said yes. Because then I want to know why. Anyway, well, we're done, and I got to get off here because I got work to do. But this is where we are, and I think we're done. I think he's super cute. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. I will probably not be live. I think I'll probably, well, depending on the weather, we'll see. If I'm here, I will be live. If I have to go into work, I won't be live. So I won't start something new, not live, but we'll start something new on Friday if that's the case, or tomorrow we'll do it. That might be a problem too. They could possibly get like what is it, in a right of, the right for them to come onto the property to do it. I don't know. Right of eminent domain or whatever they call that. I just wish I knew more about what it was they really wanted to do and why. They didn't explain like any bit of, like, they just, only thing is they want to just do it. And they're like, sign this and we'll give you $1. And I'm like, but I suspect the voicemail left them. They probably gonna realize real quick, like, this ain't happening from this place, like, because I can only imagine he was not happy, and he was really not happy when he realized that they'd already come on our property and left stuff on our door. He was really not happy, and so, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Anyway, all right. We all have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.